Hey, sorry, complete and total technical fail. I apologize. So now I'm going to be a little bit out of sorts because I've totally had to change computers. I'm going to go ahead and begin sharing my screen and get to part two. The next tool that I wanted to show was HaikuDeck. That is one that we have been using for quite some time now, but I was pleasantly surprised to know that they now integrate with Google. And so it makes it very easy to share to your classroom, and the presentations will automatically play now. And before, that was one complaint that I always had from teachers, is that it wouldn't play. This is one I created yesterday very quickly on butterflies. And so I would say edit. Oh, sorry, that's not my notes that I want to edit. I want to edit here. And so I wanted to go in and show you what the editor looks like a little bit. If you have not used HaikuDeck, the beautiful thing about it is their image gallery. You can search any topic, and they have beautiful images here included in the program. Another thing that I like is that the layout is very simple, okay? And so I think it really forces our students to concentrate on the content rather than all the bells and whistles that they have in PowerPoint. They get very caught up in the animations and the sounds and all of that kind of stuff. So those are the things that I really like the most about HaikuDeck. To add another slide, all they do is hit that plus button. You can see the share here, and you can see your little classroom icon, which is wonderful. So you could have your, you could share to the classroom, or, you know, your students would be able to share. And to play, you just hit the play button, and it is, you can set it. You have to set the timer, and I don't think I set the timer. So, but when you, and you can set it to loop, but see, you can set it to advance after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, or, you know, and so on. So if I say 5 seconds, then I can do it full screen, and it will advance on its own. So that was one, a couple of improvements to HaikuDeck that I thought was really nice. The next tool that I wanted to share is much like some of the Adobe tools. It's Canva. And again, I use my Google to log in. And I create a lot of stuff here as well. You can see this is all personal stuff, but you can create social media posts or presentations or posters, and then you can click, and there is, you know, tons of stuff that you can do here with Canva. And again, it's like Adobe in that you, I think, can create these beautiful products with little or no design background. And so I just think that's awesome. But to create, you just click create a design. Maybe tell me that I'm not going to have more trouble. Okay, maybe, oh, okay. It wants me to just click something. Okay. So again, you have layouts. You can choose, the free ones are at the top. I will tell you that there are definitely some paid elements. see, you can see down here where you have to pay $1. So I have definitely done some things where I have paid and I just use my PayPal account. You can upload backgrounds and things of your own. And then the text, I love the text options. Because I love all of these little special features. I used this one on the, when I was doing the Coffee EDU little flyer, I used Canva. So between Canva and Adobe Spark, I use those a lot. So, but I think your kids would have, especially your upper elementary to middle and high school students, would be able to do wonders with Canva and with the Adobe tools. Canva is also an app, but again, you can use it on the web. I usually just always use my app, and then you can share these and you can download them. You can make them public and they'll be searchable. So anyway, that was another tool that I wanted to share. Book Creator is an app, and it is a paid app, but you can download the light version. And the deal is that you can create 2 books. Just want to go to Book Creator on the web, and it is not taking me. So in your in your app, you can create 2 books. So, and the nice thing about it is that you can save them to iBooks on the iPad, and you can also put them in the iTunes store. Now, to do that, you need iBooks Author, and so that's a little bit more involved, but it is wonderful when your kids can really say that they're a published author. And I did this once with my own daughter, and she had to do a project for school, and we created a book. And you can add video and you can add pictures and text, and so it's an interactive book. And but they are thrilled at the fact that they can save it to iBooks, or they can actually submit it to the iTunes store. So that, I think, is a very powerful tool. But it's very easy to use, and but again, it is an iPad app, and you just need to make sure that you get the light free version. And like I said, it'll only let you create, I think it's 2 books. So you just need to, once you create it, then save it to the to iBooks, and then delete it out of your app so that you can keep creating books. But it's a little bit of a pain, but that's how to work around the $4.99. So I know as educators, that is the important thing. So that is Book Creator. I wanted to, at this point, bring in Seesaw because I think Book Creator is a great way and a great tool for you to use in your classroom. It'd be a great tool for creating, a journal or some type of audio or video reflection. And, for a collaborative project for your students to create books, say, on a certain topic at the end of your unit of study or whatever. But Seesaw is another great option for you because, and again, you can use your Google. It's a great way to create digital portfolios. I meant to actually sign in with a different account because I have another teacher account, and I don't know if I do on this. Okay, so I'm going to show you, this is Miss Bowman's class at Ura Brown, and you can see how you put your students in, and everyone has a little icon. These are first grade students. So, and then you have a class code. And what you do is you print this page and you post it in your classroom. And this is great for classrooms of, one or few iPads. Connects them to the classroom, and then they choose their icon to submit a piece of work for their digital journal. There's also a blog, so if you're interested in setting up a class blog, this would be a super easy way to do it. But the beautiful thing about Seesaw is that you can submit work to your portfolio as a photo or a video or a drawing or a combination. And so with this one, they had written spring poems, and so they took the iPad out and took a picture of their poem, and then they recorded. The way that it's a collaboration tool is that there is a parent app, and the parents join the classroom as well. So when the student submits a new piece of work to their portfolio, the parent is notified, and the parent can then go and look at what was submitted. So, it's like them getting a, communication from their student in the middle of the day, or after class is over. But I think it's such a fun tool, and this is a tool that has been used K through 12. I mean, I know I'm showing you an example from an elementary classroom, but there are, if you want to look on Twitter or Pinterest, there's tons of examples of teachers using Seesaw. And there were there was a high school science teacher who was using Seesaw to create digital lab notebooks. The students could set up the iPad to record themselves, doing a science experiment in their science lab. Again, this would be another great tool for fluency practice. The student could set it up in, selfie mode as they're reading. They could snap a picture of the cover of their book and do a book talk. And, the possibilities are just endless. I talked about the blogs for daily journals. I think this would be another great tool for flipped classroom presentations, or for, homework presentations. The kids could, do their assignment at home using their parents' phone or iPad or whatever. There is a help center. Let me just go to Seesaw because I thought there were also some really great options here. If you scroll down, and I may have to log in. I can go actually there to resources. Let me get back. Sorry. The resources here, there's getting started tips and tutorials. The Seesaw for Schools, Seesaw Plus, is a paid version. All that I'm showing you today can be done for free. They also have, though, activity ideas for each grade level. And so you can click here and, there's just a plethora of information here. It'd be a great tool for math because they could use the whiteboard and record themselves, doing their math problem. Social studies, the Bill of Rights, anyway. I wanted to make you aware. You can see activity ideas on Pinterest. And like I said, for every grade level here. So, lots of help there with Seesaw. Seesaw also does a ton of PD sessions. This was one of the big hits from ISTE, the National Technology Conference this year. And so there are tons of Seesaw chats on Twitter at night, and also they do what they call PD in your PJs. And there is if you go back to their main website, I think they talk about some of the chats. And they go, here's some great examples. See, all of these are on Twitter. So anyway, definitely check out Seesaw if you have not. And I apologize for the technical difficulties today, and I apologize for being quite scattered. Don't forget to post your takeaway assignments for week 1 and week 2, and then we will be finishing up with this tool section next week with communication tools. And don't forget about Coffee EDU next Thursday, the 27th, 5 o'clock at Flipside. Also, I am working on a flyer for November. If you have a suggestion for topics, please email me. I'm kind of thinking at this point of doing some Chromebook training. We have several schools that have purchased Chromebooks and several more that are looking to purchase Chromebooks. If you would like for me to come and do anything in your classroom with your students, please let me know. I'm happy to get out of this office and get into the schools. And but anyway, so aside from Chromebooks, I'm also thinking Hour of Code. We'll be doing the Hour of Code the month of December. So if you have not done any coding in your classroom or school and are interested in that, look for that next month. Thank you for joining us.